guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Rose, and on this channel we talk about everything personal growth. From mindfulness to manifestation, psychology to spirituality, I bring it all together for you guys to help you raise your vibration and level up into the next version of your being. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the number one thing that you have been doing that is keeping you from manifesting your good guy or your good girl. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about this today because I've been noticing a lot of my friends and a lot of people in general have been going through bad breakups. They're single and they want to manifest that guy. They're just confused. They don't think any good guys are out there. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to get a guy, how to get a girl. And so I want to make this video to honor you and where you are in your journey. And I want you to know that you are not alone. There are a lot of people that are going through the same thing of wondering if they can manifest a good guy. And I remember I was there for years and years and years, and I was lost and confused and I didn't think they were out there and just the whole thing, right? So I am here to let you know first and foremost that nothing is wrong with you because you are here. Nothing is wrong with you because you haven't manifested your dream guy or your dream girl. Nothing's wrong with you because you've been cheated on or you've been lied to or maybe you've been single your whole life. Nothing is wrong with you. It's part of the journey, right? We're all going through it. We're going through it in different waves. And I just want you to know that just because that has been your past, you can always manifest something new. And we're going to talk specifically about what you can do going forward in order to manifest your good guy or your good girl. Now, the first thing that's really important is to understand what relationships you grew up around. So, for me, I didn't grow up around any happy romantic relationships. My parents were divorced when I was super, super young. A lot of my friends' parents were divorced or they weren't happy. And so I never grew up with a really good role model of how does a romantic relationship work when it's balanced and when it's healthy. And so I totally believe that that kind of led me into not really being balanced in my relationships at a young age. I didn't really understand what does it mean to compromise? What does it mean to listen to the other person and give them what they really need? What does it mean to respect their boundaries? I didn't really understand all of that because I never really saw it. And you may have experienced something. I think most people sadly grow up not really having good role models of romantic relationships. And so it's really important for you to look at your past relationships and understand what did I grow up thinking was the norm? And is that actually the norm? Or could I create my own norm, right? And the answer is, of course, that you get to create what you want, right? Even if you saw your parents grow up and they had a very bad relationship, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to follow those patterns. You don't have to manifest that into your reality. You get to pick something new. If you watch my videos, you know that I am an advocate for the law of attraction, and I use the law of attraction every day in my life. I use the law of attraction to manifest my dream guy, my good guy, right? And so I live by it, I breathe by it, I teach it. And so what's really important for you to understand when using the law of attraction with manifesting a good guy or a good girl is first and foremost, you have to know what you want. And so knowing what you want for me looks like making a list, which I have done in the past and it worked for me, and make a list of what you want in a guy. And this might seem like, oh, I know what I want, this is stupid. Make the freaking list. Just trust me, make the list. When you write things down on paper, your brain prioritizes it, and your brain, it sticks out to your brain, and it's just very, very powerful. And it's good for you to set a boundary and understand what you want. And so then when you do start to date or dabble in with a guy or a girl, you understand oh, they have a quality that I did not put on my list. Do I want to put up with this? Is it okay? Is it beneficial? Or do I need to move on? And that's something that's really, really huge. And to be honest, a lot of people that are getting out of bad relationships, if they simply looked for the red flags or the things that they didn't like at the beginning of the relationship, they might not have been there then. And I'll give you an example of one of my ex-boyfriends where I didn't do that, and then I manifested this relationship with a man who had a quality that I really don't like. The first time that I ever went on a date with this guy, it was a double date, and he was driving, and the guys were sitting in the front, and me and my friend were sitting in the back, and the guys were drinking beers on the way to the dinner, drinking and driving beers on the way to dinner. It's a normal time, it's 6 o'clock. And right away I was like, fuck no, like that's not my kind of guy who does that. Like, it's okay if you drink a little bit, but like drinking before we even get there and driving me, and like, I don't know, it was just like not my vibe. So I ended up actually not going on another date with that guy until a whole year later, and then a year later we like started talking again, and then we started dating. And throughout our relationship, drinking was like always an issue. He would drink way more than I would want my boyfriend to drink, and we would get in fights, and it was just a massive, massive, massive hole in our relationship. And not that I regret that relationship at all, because I did learn so much from it, but if I listened to that instinct that said fuck no to him drinking on the first date, driving me there at 6 o'clock, I wouldn't have gotten into a relationship with a guy who drank too much for me, right? I would have, like, that was a red flag for me, and I didn't listen to it. It's okay, like, I don't regret it, like I said, but like, you have to listen to those red flags. And I know for a fact that, you know, once you get emotionally attached to someone, it's really hard to leave a relationship. That's why it's so crucial to understand that at the beginning of a relationship, you're just testing the waters. Like, you're not committing to anything. And when you pick up on things that you don't like, you have to be selfish. You get to be selfish. You get to say, like, that's not something I want to put up with. That's a boundary that I hold. I don't date guys that do X, Y, and Z. And walk away. And that's so hard to do. I know that's so hard to do. Like, you can see I didn't do it in my past. But since then I have done it, and it served me immensely, because you don't get in relationships with people who have qualities that you don't want to be around, people that have qualities like that. So you get to decide, make the list, and decide what you will put up with, and frankly, what you're just not going to put up with. And be selfish, be precise. Don't feel bad, because you get to decide who's the person you want to date, who's the person you want to marry, who's the person you want to spend the rest of your life with, right? Like, don't feel bad being picky about that. That's nothing to feel bad about. Okay, so now let's get into the number one thing that's keeping you from manifesting the person. So you have decided what you like, and the second thing that I hear that a lot of women say, and maybe guys say this about women too, but it's that there's no good guys out there, that every guy's a liar, every guy's a cheater, every guy that's good looking is either taken or gay. I hear this a lot. And it really bothers me when I hear this, because I'm in a really happy relationship. And so when I hear this, I know that it's, first of all, it's just not true. Like, it's not true. It's not true that every guy's a liar or a cheater or evil or bad or mean. That's not true. There's like, what, 4 billion guys in the world, and you think every single one of them is a liar and a cheater? It's not true. Your past may be that you have been in contact with a lot of guys who have been liars and cheaters. I'm not denying that. I have dated people who have cheated on me, and I get that there are people out there like that, 100%. But not every single guy is out there. And until you break that belief, until you stop believing that 4 billion guys, every single one of them sucks, you're never gonna manifest a good guy. Your thoughts create your reality. And if you continue to think that there's no good guys out there, you are going to continue to manifest no good guys. And I'm not saying this to be harsh. I'm saying this because if you're stuck in the illusion that there's no good guys, your thoughts create your reality. You're gonna manifest that. It's okay that that was your past, right? Like, I get that that was your past, but it doesn't have to be your future. The number one thing that's keeping you from manifesting a good guy is you have to drop the belief that there's no good guys. Now, as humans with egos, we like to see it before we believe it. We like to have proof of something before we believe it. That's how our brains work. But that is not how manifestation works. Manifestation works the opposite. You have to believe it. You have to have a thought of it. You have to have a vision of it. You have to be in vibration of it in order for you to get physical evidence of it. Now, this is way harder said than done, right? If you have been in relationships with guys that are not nice, it's very hard for you to convince yourself that there are nice guys out there. I totally get that. Like I said, for a long time I questioned, are there any good guys out here? Do they all suck? Like, what does a good relationship even look like? Because I had no reference point to it. So the point to this is, I totally get that it's hard for our brains to believe something before we see physical evidence of it. But if you want to manifest a guy, you have to train. You have to practice. You have to devote yourself to believing that there are good guys out there. It takes time, it takes focus, and most importantly, it takes your willingness to accept that there are good guys out there and that you deserve to have one of those good guys. That's a huge thing that I hear. Like, if you don't think that you deserve a good guy that treats you right, you are not gonna attract it. So the 3 steps here are: make a list, understand that there are good guys out there and believe it, and know that you're deserving of those good guys to come to you. So again, I want you to, really pay attention to if you're someone who says, there's no good guys out there, they're all taken. You might be thinking while watching this video like, Rose, if there were good guys out there, I don't see them. And yes, you don't see them because you cannot see what you don't believe is there. You cannot see good guys because you're not believing that they're actually there. You cannot see good guys. You won't be brought to the same place at the same time if you hold the belief that every guy out there is mean, is a cheater, is a liar, is this or that. And so it takes you shifting your perspective. It takes you being willing to step into a new energy to manifest a good guy, to have your friends start talking about good guys, to have dates with good guys. And that's really what it takes, and it's 100% doable. I have done it. I've seen a lot of my friends change their opinion about guys, and they've manifested really, really good guys from it. And I just want you to know that your past is your past. Honor your past, accept it, but you get to pick, you get to decide. You are the creator of your life, and there's nothing holding you back besides your limiting beliefs. And I know that is hard to hear sometimes, but it's actually very empowering because I'm telling you, I'm reminding you, you're the driver. You are the driver. You get to do whatever you want. You get to manifest whatever you want, but you have to believe it's out there, and you have to believe that you are worthy of deserving it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I really hope that this helps you understand that you have to start believing that there are good guys out there. Start looking for the good guys, and the good guys will come. If you're interested in learning more about how to manifest your dream guy or your dream girl, click the link in the description below, and I would be happy to talk with you in a one-on-one holistic life coaching session about what you can specifically do to manifest that dream person. I love you guys so much. I hope you have an amazing, blessed day, and I will be back with more videos soon. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, My Life is Roses, and I will be back soon with more. Mwah.